What will you name it? We're teaching our dog new skills, and once the skills are in place and reliable, we're going to give them a name. We're only going to name what we like and what's performed correctly. But don't fool yourself, you're not actually teaching your dog to lie down or to come or to sit. Dogs are actually doing this most of the day. We're simply adding a name to the behaviour. We're teaching dogs that when they hear a particular cue, that we're asking them to perform that particular behaviour. And then lots of cool things are going to happen, things that they love and things that they want. In return, that behaviour will be performed more frequently in the future, which is something that we want. So it's a win-win. Now, when you first start training the dog, I like to recommend that you actually make a list of the behaviours that you're going to teach and that you decide on what you're going to name it. You can discuss this with your family members so that you're all on the same page, as what's most important and fair to our dogs is that the names we give the behaviours are clear, concise and consistently used. So, for example, if down means lie down, then nobody should be using the word down to mean get off, i.e. to take their paws off somebody's lap. That would be the behaviour off. Hopefully you can see how it would be confusing to the dog if you use down to mean get off as well as to mean lie down, because those are two different behaviours. You also need to be honest about some of the names that you've already got, some of the cues that you're already using, because if they haven't been trained correctly, they may not be reliable. And certain cues, like a recall cue, for example, or a stop cue, might be needed in an emergency. So they really should be reliably trained. Now, does it matter what you name a behaviour? Well, no. Hopefully I've made that clear. As long as you use the same word consistently, it really doesn't matter. So you're going to see some videos in which we show you some different words for certain behaviours. For example, my dogs respond to the word plats, meaning lie down, whereas most dogs would respond to the word down. I could have taught them the word bananas meant lie down. As long as I used that consistently, that I always use that as the cue to mean lie down, then absolutely I could name that behaviour bananas. I'm not saying you should do this, but I'm just trying to get across to you that what you call the behaviour isn't really important, but consistent use and reinforcement of that cue and that behaviour is super important. Let's take a look at two behaviours that my dog reliably performs, lying down and then sitting back up from a down. I named these behaviours plats and pop.
Plats. Pop. Plats. Pop. Plats. Get it. Pop. 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 Pop.
I'm sure that most of you will actually choose the word down to mean lie down.
Down. Down.